Welcome to Beers, Beers, and Barbecue. This week, we're going to make a maple brine, maple glazed, pork loin roast, and I'm drinking Lagunitas IPA.
DJ KeDD-e.
This week, what you're going to need is a pork loin roast. I'm doing two, anywhere between 6 and 8 pounds is probably about right. So everything I say here, you're going to want to cut in half just because I'm doing a whole lot. I have a lot of people coming over tomorrow. It's a big show. It's about 25 people here. You start out with a gallon of water, cold water obviously, a cup of salt, a cup of maple syrup. Can't make maple brine without maple syrup. 4 tablespoons of chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons of red pepper. Use the crushed, and then a tablespoon of black pepper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stir this up real good, and then add the pork loin. Once you've added all the ingredients to your bowl or pot in this instance, make sure you stir everything up real well. Get it nice and blended. We're going to put it in the fridge overnight and brine it. Come back in the morning, take it out, rinse it off, pat dry it, and then we'll get it on the grill. Now that you've got your roast in the brine, go ahead and put a lid on it, throw it in the fridge overnight. We'll come back to it tomorrow and get it on the grill. Welcome back to Beards, Beers, and Barbecue. This morning, I've taken the pork loin out of the brine and rinsed it off. We've got the grill up to about 375, and we're going to get these on. Once your grill's up to 375, get your pork loins out here. We're going to throw them on there. We're going to cook them at 375 to an internal temperature of about 145 degrees. So once you get your pork loin on the grill, come in and get yourself 3 cups of maple syrup. We're going to reduce this so you can put it in a pot instead of a bowl. You'll need a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, a half a cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of molasses, and 1/3 of a cup of honey Dijon mustard. And what we'll do is we'll get this whisked up real well and get it into a pot, put it on the stove and reduce it, get it nice and thick, make the good glaze, and then we will take it out and start glazing the pork loin every half hour or so.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Okay, so we've had our pork loin on the grill for about a half hour, 45 minutes. We're going to give it its first base, and we're going to just keep coming back every half hour and give it another base with the maple glaze we made. Alright, so our pork loin's up to 145 degrees internal temperature. We've got Peter here today. Peter is a fan of Beards, Beers, and Barbecue. Once a month we're going to bring a fan on, let him hang out, enjoy some food. What's up, Peter?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Thanks for coming over. Thanks for bringing some beers,
thanks
man.
for having me.
And let's get these off, let them rest. We'll get them sliced up, make some sandwiches. What do you think, man?
See, looks good.
Some images.
So we got the pork loin off, and we've let it rest for about 15-20 minutes. We're going to get it sliced up now. Welcome back to Beards, Beers, and Barbecue. This week, we're doing the Reno Hip Hop Unity Show. We got a whole bunch of hip hop artists here and pop artists, and just trying to get everybody together to network. That way, everybody can share and like, and just get the name out there of everybody else in town. That way, everybody's on the same page and everybody's doing the same thing. So today, what we'll do is it's kind of a different type of interview. I'm just gonna have people come up. Everybody's gonna have a chance to say what they really want to see happen as far as, the networking in the town. That way, like I said, everybody can be on the same page. Everybody can get the name out there for somebody else, and they can do the same for them. So we're going to start with Fiki today. Fiki has been a big supporter of this episode. So, Fiki, what do you think, man? What should happen? What's going on?
So, what I want to see happen in our scene is just a little bit more support from everyone. We're all doing the same thing, and music is really just like opinion based. So even if like so and so sucks to you, he's gonna be good to someone else, and we all have a common goal. So there's no reason not to support each other, even just with shares online on your personal page, and also with like live shows. If we buy tickets to your show, maybe like I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back, and then when I play, like show up to my show. Even if I've gone to shows where I don't really care about the headliner, but just to support like the locals that I know that are there.
Well, and that's how you and I met.
Right.
I met you at Easy Show.
Yep.
So So it, like he said, scratch your back, I'll scratch yours, and perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add on that?
Not really. That's how a lot of stuff in the industry works anyway. On like the business end, it's all like calling in favors for someone. You ask for a favor, someone hits you up for a favor, you're gonna get something in return down the road from them. So, if we can just take that from the industry level to the local level, I think everything could work out smoother.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great artists in this town, so it's silly not to, be able to have the support of your peers.
Right.
Because that's what it is. It's everybody's common goal to it. Garrett, what do you think, my man?
I think that taking from what Fiki said is that I think there's something to be said a lot about like teamwork and building teams, and that may not even be like, oh hey, we're gonna get like a bunch of people who are really dope rappers together and make like this super rap group. I think there's a lot of people with talents outside of just the recording and everything like that can contribute to the greater whole. And you see a few teams popping up already. Like me and Fiki, we have a team that we work with, and then like you have like Way Up Music and different things like that. But I think if there was more of an emphasis on like, oh hey, you're a dope videographer, you want to come do our videos, like you're a dope rapper too, but you're a dope videographer, you want to come do our videos and we'll do something for you, kind of calling in favors, things like that. Or just taking the talents that aren't necessarily like just being like, oh hey, you want to do a song together. I think that the more people relate teamwork into things, the more powerful every brand can be. Because then you not only have like the music going into it, but you have like dope videos and everything like that, and everyone can kind of share in that together and help build each other's brands,
Right.
So I think that something like that would be really interesting to see.
Yeah, because it's not just the music that's involved with what you guys do.
Exactly.
Because what you guys do,
that's part of it.
The production,
That's a small
the
thing.
DJ,
Yeah.
the MCs.
You still need flyers, you need
you need,
promos,
yeah,
you
you,
need
Exactly.
there's
Graphic
there's
artists,
so
things
much
like that, yeah.
apparel lines. There's a lot that goes involved with what you guys are doing. So, yeah, absolutely. Yep, teamwork. It's all perfect.
Yeah.
Ryan, what do you think, man?
Man.
Is that all you got?
We need a lot more.
That's all I got.
And
We
that's
need
all
a
he's
lot
got
more
to say.
man.
And that's it.
But you can't. It's Reno, man. It's small, so you can't really go too far off of what everybody else has already said. It's support. It's putting in with each other. If you look at places like the Bay Area or even Atlanta, like you have trash ass rappers in Atlanta. Look at the Double XL. It's all trash, but the reason they're there is because everybody in their area supports them. It's like, hey, cool, you're dope, even though you're not. But hey, you're dope, even though you're not. I'm gonna get your followers up. You're gonna get my followers up. We're gonna help each other out, and so you have people that don't even say anything that are on Double XL. They're making money. They're going on tour.
See, and then shot for this one.
And then we have a rapper that's like Fiki, who's doing stuff for Team Backpack, who raps really fast. And we got Fernando, who's like kind of like the underground. And we got Easy, who's kind of like the party swaggy blah blah blah. But you feel what I'm saying? Like we have so many different.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
You know, I just talk shit about Elijah just because that's my boy. But so we have so many different styles here. Where Atlanta or the Bay Area, they sound so much like each other. They sound like each other. In Reno, we sound so different, and I think that's probably why we have such a big problem with supporting each other. Is because there's so many different styles. But if we bring those styles together through like what he was saying, the videography, the graphic arts, the DJing, the production, all that stuff, if we can bring that together in some way, shape, or form, then it's also something different that's being brought to the industry. It's like, oh shit, we have this guy that, you know, that does this guy that does this. They shouldn't really be on a track together, or they shouldn't be working together, but they do. And it's something different, because that's what the music industry needs, is something different. That's why these trash ass rappers out that are out right now are making money, because it's something different, something that no one's heard before.
Right. Well, and then, like you said before, it's small. It's a small town. Atlanta's huge. Bay Area is huge. Why can't, I mean, a small town, you would think that we'd be able to come together way easier than a giant city like Atlanta or the Bay Area. So, absolutely, this is what this episode's all about. So, thanks, Ryan. Easy. I almost called you by your name, man.
What they said, you know, it's just all about unity. I feel like, as far as everyone, you know, has their own group. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own team that they work with, but there's no limit to what we can do if we all come together, because like you said, we have so many different genres of music, and everyone's doing so many different things, that if we build up and come together as one, man, the sky is the limit. You know what I'm saying? We have so much talent. Everybody is super talented in their own way, whether it's videos, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, the character, just everything is just it excites me to do stuff like this with everybody, and just everybody get together like this, because, you know, this doesn't happen very often, you know?
No, it doesn't. So. And I wanted everybody on a face-to-face level, because if you I mean, you can watch them on a video or listen to their music, but if you go face-to-face with somebody and you have a drink with them and you chat, it makes everything different. It totally does, because you know them as a human being. And then you can, instead of, you're like, oh yeah, I just saw Garrett's new video. Well, I'm not a big fan of Garrett's stuff. But guess what? You might not be, but if you're on a human level and you go, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Garrett's stuff, but he just shared my video last week, so I'm going to hook up a share. And somebody else, hell, 10, 15 other people that like your stuff, like Garrett's stuff.
Yeah,
so yeah,
absolutely.
And it goes back to, this is a small town. This town can go a long way with just a little bit of support. It doesn't even have to be a whole lot of support, just a little bit of support, and the artists in this town can go so far.
Yep, absolutely.
Brandon, he's a DJ, so here we go. First DJ.
Yeah.
Now we got...
I'm not from Reno, so I'm going to speak from an outside perspective, and not even a hip-hop artist or anything like that. We got another DJ in here, but honestly, my biggest thing is the connection, obviously. You know, we have myself, I do DJing, I used to rap, I make beats, I do all this stuff, I'll do videography, I do flyers, so there's a lot of stuff, like he's saying, people who may rap, they do other stuff. There's other connections you might have right there that you don't even know about. You just talk to them. But my biggest thing from being a DJ, doing shows from here, there, and wherever, is I've seen people pay $80 to $200 for tickets where they're 500 feet, 500 yards away from the main act, and it's like, oh, cool, I got to see G-Eazy, but you had to look through binoculars, but you won't go support your boy for 10 to 20 bucks when you can have front row. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing for me, is all these people who are like into that mainstream and all of that. That's cool, you know, they have good songs. Obviously, they're there for a reason. But you also have your homies who, my bad, you knock their beer over. You also have homies that you're hanging out with daily and telling them, oh yeah, let me get your t-shirt, let me get your card, let me get your next da-da-da-da-da. But they ain't showing up for your shows. And it's like, honestly, support in between the industry is a big thing, but we need support from the fans too. You can't just be sitting out there and saying, oh, you don't have a multi-platinum rap album, so, you know, I'm probably not going to buy that $10 ticket. Yeah, I could probably get work off, but I'm not going to do it because it's not G-Eazy. It's not, you know, fucking Jay-Z or whoever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? Cussing is just going ridiculous. But, at this point, we're over that now. But that's my biggest thing, honestly, is you will support an artist you have never seen their face other than a picture, but somebody that you hang out with on a daily, you won't pay $10 to support their entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? They're basically making a business out of their life, and you're supposed to be their I won't even say best friend. Shit, you're supposed to be their friend, and you won't even pay $5 to get in something. You won't even go to a free event for them, but you'll pay $100 to sit in the very back and look at binoculars just to see somebody on stage. That's my biggest thing, is support each other, but support us. You know what I'm saying? We can have the biggest, all of these guys can get together and make the best song ever, the best video, the best everything. But unless there's somebody out there supporting it, following it, and loving it, we just wasted our time. You know, so we need everybody out there. It's not just us, you know, it's everybody else too.
And Brandon did say that he wasn't from Reno, but he does work in Reno. That's
yes.
why he's here.
Yes.
I mean,
I got all the homies out in Reno.
So, yeah, Brandon's here because he does work in Reno, and he is a DJ. We do have another DJ. He'll be up here pretty quick. Brandon, thanks, brother.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Mosley, my man, come on, get your ass up here.
Are you nothing to say?
Nothing at all?
He said, I'm going to copy everybody else's.
Mosley? Okay, so I'm going to give Mosley a pass because he's drunk.
Straight the fuck up.
I got you, man. All right, so, Chris, what do you got to say, man? Let's get you up here.
I'm all about, I just started a project called Good Intentions. I'm all about good vibes, man. You know, raise the vibration, come together, and what I kind of would like to see is a collaboration of like the actual art. I'm all about the art, you know, the music. I'm all about making that vibe. Let's get some of the people that they can feel, and music has a vibration that can basically, you know, has a message to it. So let's make a message together. You know, every different place you're inspired from different people. Everybody inspires, takes something out of you, you know, brings something out. If I'm gonna do something with KeDD-e, I know I'm gonna make something different. If I'm doing something with my own boy Lunatic, you know, same if I'm gonna do something with Easy, something completely I'm gonna do with Elvis or whatever. So everyone kind of brings something else out in you, you know, something unique out of you, and it's like, Fiki, I see your videos. I want to see that studio. I know that's kind of pretty cool, right. You know, acoustic in there. Let me check out that studio. Like, I got something, you know, I got a cool microphone. Come check my thing out. Way up, you know. Let me come check out your guys' studio. You know, Elvis, what are you guys using? You know, what kind of mic? What kind of speakers? You know, what kind of beats are y'all rocking with right now? Let's switch things up. Maybe I can bring my mic over to your place, and holy shit, we got the coolest crisp sound ever, and he would have never known. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of a personal person, and I want to get in the studio with people. That's what I think. You know, for me as a person, you know, I'll help you out, I'll share stuff, but let's get in and let's create.
Right.
Let's make moves.
And that's part
let's make it happen.
You know,
Mine's new moves.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's all part of everything.
So that's
it all comes together.
That's all I can say.
Short, sweet, simple.
You know, perfect. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Lunatic.
What's up?
Looney was here last week,
So,
but he's back. He's back to. He's got some.
Looney, stay here.
Yeah.
He might as well move in. He might as well move in.
I got Mississippi blood. I love the barbecue. So I mean, what I would like to see, you know, like I've always heard for like ever since I started rapping is rap games like the crack game, and I'm sure all you guys have heard that too. Well, I think it's fucking bullshit. You know, like, because I'm not gonna sit here and have a beer with my plug. I mean, not that I have experience at all, not at all. But I'm just saying, you know, like it's not gonna happen in real life. So if we treat the rap game like the crack game, of course, none of us are gonna work together. It's gonna be like, where the money at? What's happening? Let's keep it moving. And I think like that mentality is a big part of Reno, because we got this West Coast, this you know, like we're not from LA, but we're further West Coast in LA. A lot of people don't even know that, but we got that vibe, that mentality, and I think we need to get rid of that. Like a lot of guys who aren't here, a lot of guys who are here too. You know, I think it's been a lot of friction because it's like, how do I approach these guys? Like, are they gonna want the money? Are they gonna want something from me? Are they gonna want this? Well, I think like all of us as artists, like we need to just be able to offer what we got and not be afraid of any shame or anything like that. Like, you know, like, KeDD-e, can you mix this for me? Like, what do I got to do for you? Or, you know, Easy, like, you drop this verse for me? Like, what you need from me? Like, you need me to push some tickets? Like, same thing everybody else is saying, but I think, like, it's because rap is so tied close to this drug and party and gangster mentality. I think, you know, we need to drop that shit and just make our music and fucking create this art. Like, you see Picasso and fucking Leonardo and all these guys who, like, you know, they painted the fucking Sistine Chapel, but he needed probably 100 people working for him. You know,
That's it.
And fucking, it could have been fucking another great artist who actually helped him paint that angel, but you'll never know it because he was like, all right, you do this for me, I'll do this for you. And like, I mean, there's so many analogies we can make, but it all boils down to we need to work together and we need to get away from what do you want from me? More, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what it is.
It's digging deep, man. Appreciate that. Elvis, what do you got?
Well, I had some valid points, but everybody took them.
That's what happens when you go last.
But basically, just what everybody else said, we just got to unify and establish Reno as a hip-hop town before any of us make it. Because if we don't have anybody coming here for hip-hop, we're not going to make it. Nobody's going to be looking for us.
What was the last big hip-hop show that showed up here? Who's the biggest artist that showed up here last?
G-Eazy.
G-Eazy and Nep the Pharaoh. Yeah, that's the last one I remember.
Right. And, I mean,
Was that before or after Flo Rida?
That was after.
That was after.
Yeah,
and after 2 Change.
so,
Were any of
Yeah.
y'all on that show?
I was supposed to be, but I had another show. Taylor was there.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
he's
like,
there.
that's another guy who's not here, but if
Yeah.
Mike was here,
Shout
all
out
of us
Mike
are sitting
Taylor
here
out
right
in
there,
Texas.
like, oh,
Mike
I got these G-Eazy tickets. I'm opening up for G-Eazy. How hard is it for all of us to take one ticket, go sell one ticket?
Don't do it.
All right, dog,
Or
like,
just
what-
buy that ticket even
Buy
if
the
you're not
ticket,
going to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You know, like support a homie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
thanks, Elvis. Appreciate you, man. Silas?
The next DJ.
The next DJ? The other DJ? What's up, man?
Basically, you know, everyone said about everything, but I mean, we've all seen someone on stage that we thought we could do that better. Obviously, that's why we're all here.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing what we're doing, and you know, we're from Reno. We're obviously, you know, we're a gambling town. We just gotta put it all on the table.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
it.
Just came out the show. We killed everybody.
Cameron,
So sweet to the point.
stop playing Pokemon Go and get your ass up here, dude.
Yo, there was a Pidgeotto right over there.
I already got him, bro. I already got him.
He got him. All right, what's up?
Be good at what you do. All day.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
Fernando, Elijah, or Alejandro, I want you guys up
I'm
here.
so glad we talk about unity though and helping each other out.
This is
I
it.
got tickets if y'all niggas want to buy some.
There you go. No, for real though. Fernando and Alejandro are different than everybody else. Everybody else is different than everybody else. You're like one of the quietest dudes I've ever met in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
Not on the mic though.
That's for real. No joke. But like just sitting here, hanging out, you're just a quiet dude. You're just like,
I'm just hungover, dog.
all right. So, good.
I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah, everybody's gonna buy a ticket after this. So.
Unity.
Everybody's buying tickets for Fernando.
It's not hard to get out. It's hard to get out of the greed.
It is, man. Like, really, it's that hard to hit a share button, a like button, because you know it's dope. You obviously checked it out. You just ain't trying to spread it.
Right. Don't hate on other people. They're doing different shit. I mean, you're not doing the same thing that Ryan's doing. He's not doing the same thing you're doing. So it's like, what's the harm in hitting the share button?
There's over 7 billion people on this planet. We could all share these fans.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Thank you.
Someone who likes my shit might not like his, but who likes his might not like mine.
Right.
It's all good though.
Right. And then, I mean, for instance, how many people that listen to hip hop would watch Beards, Beers, and Barbecue? Not very many. But when you guys come on the show, I get a lot more views. You know, you sharing. Oh, I was on. I did an interview on Beards and Barbecue. Family, friends, that type of thing. You're like, they're like, oh, they did an interview. I'll check it out. But normally, like, easy, right? How many of your folks would watch Beards and Barbecue if they just saw it on your stream on Facebook? Exactly. But if you share it and say, hey, I was in an interview on Beards and Barbecue, then they check it out and then they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's kind of a cool show, you know? He's drinking beer, he's got a cool beard, whatever. He's making some awesome barbecue, and then they subscribe on YouTube, and it's the same thing with, you know, it's all about support. It's local. It's a local deal, and it's all about support. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, man. I see you back there. Look, everybody split. Here we go. Here it comes. Last but not least.
I go by Danny.
I know Danny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, everything.
Danny Profits in the house.
Everything was really said, you know what I'm saying? But I would just want to see it actually come into play because I've heard all this shit been said before.
Yep.
So it's just when it comes into play. And another thing is just an analogy is like everybody just wants to be the first person to open that door because when you open that door, all eyes are on you, you know? After that, people just following you in that door. Nobody even thinks about, like, once that door is open, we all getting in. Like, we're all going to eat, you know, after that.
Exactly.
Everybody just wants to be the first one to open that door, though.
I'm going to punch you, Ryan.
That's what needs to happen.
No, and I totally agree with that.
Because at the end of the day, everybody puts that shit out. It's enough room for everybody to eat, man. That's all you can eat.
And that's funny because I've heard that from everybody that's been on the show that's an artist say that, oh, this has been talked about, oh, this is going to happen, and then it never happens. This is why I wanted to do the show, because I want it to happen. I don't want it just to be talked about anymore. So, if Brandon puts up a video, and Chris doesn't share it, I'm gonna message Chris. I'm gonna message Chris. I'm messaging Chris and say, hey, what the fuck? And that's gonna be for everybody else too. No joke. If you guys drop a mixtape or a video or anything, and I see somebody shares it,
hold them accountable.
I'm holding people accountable. I'm not even. That's ridiculous. We've been having a good time today.
Don't talk about it.
That's it. We've been having a good time up here today, and everybody's on a human level now. There's no reason at all that, like, go back to Fiki, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, should be all the same for everybody in this place today. So, let's do this. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to share and like on Facebook. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Unity.